There are many terrible strategies used in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, so today I'm going to give you one that will work most of the time. If you want to win the game and you don't want to just go for kills, do not jump out as soon as you can. So at the beginning of a match, you want to look at the trajectory of the plane based on the direction which the plane is going. So for example, if the plane is heading west, that means you'll be coming from the east. Knowing this, you can cross off some of the locations which the plane will be flying over that are fairly popular to loot. As well as that, you can now start to figure out where you want to go. What you want to be looking for are places that have generally got fairly good loot, but are far enough out of the plane's trajectory and where it's flying over to where people won't be heading there. Some of the best places to go which have the most consistent loot are Novo, the Georgia Pole shipyards, the warehouses near Milta Power Plant, Watertown, and the most risky, the military base. Now that you've figured out the place that you want to go that is out of the plane's trajectory, you don't want to try fly straight there necessarily. What you want to do is try find a car as quickly as possible, and there are two primary ways of going about that. The safest and most consistent way to get a car is to land at one of the guaranteed car spawns that are scattered around the map. I'll have a map with the car spawns on the screen, and as well as that, I'll link it down in the description so you can go get that and have a look at it if you want. The second way, which is potentially more risky as you could not find a car for a little while, is to follow a road that heads to where you want to go and look for a car along it. You want to use the time that you're falling out of the plane to head along the road, and then use the time that you're in your parachute, hold Alt and have a look around and try find a car. If you use this method, you can potentially save time on getting to the location you want to be at, and you will definitely find a car eventually if you follow the road. It's just not guaranteed though. One of my personal favourite spots to go is Novo, and so to get there what we'll do is we'll jump out of the plane and we'll follow the road on the north side of the island east to Novo. Quite often cars will spawn along that road, and if they don't, there is a guaranteed car spawn a little bit closer to Novo. Another favourite of mine is to jump out south of Georgia Pole, run up to the car spawn, drive the car up to the shipyards and loot there. So this strategy is best if you're really trying to go for wins because you won't run into many people early. And because of that, you will get safe, uncontested loot and will more often than not go into the late game really kitted up. As well as that, this will most likely allow you to go for airdrops that drop near you, because obviously no one else is going to be over where you are, so they'll be pretty safe as well. If you do decide to go for airdrops, remember to be safe and cautious about it though. It's still possible that there will be people there, just highly unlikely. So use cover, do it quickly, and get out of there immediately afterwards. Also make sure that you keep the zone in mind. Quite often you can get carried away looting and not realise that you're on the opposite side of the map from the zone that you need to get to because you went to a fringe place. It can really suck if you forget about the zone and then you lose half your health because you parked your car too far away and weren't ready to leave. Before I leave you, I want to give you two quick tips really quickly about more of the mid-game. Those tips are to try stay at the edge of the zone when you're coming in. It can be a pretty bad idea to go to the middle of the zone unless you're already there, because that's where everyone's going to be converging. As well as that, look at the map and think about the angle which you want to be coming into the zone from before going there. For example, it's a much better idea to be coming in through trees and hills than to be running through an open field to get to the zone where people can just snipe at you and take easy shots. Basically in this game you should be trying to think ahead when you're making decisions. You can't just drive in with a car and expect to live very long. Everyone's going to know where you are, everyone's going to kill you very quickly. So make those decisions, ditch your car somewhat early, and choose the angle you want to come from. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe so I can become famous on the internet.